Welcome back, YouTube family. It's your boy Moneybagcoo back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's go.
They've been hiding this from you. During the 1900s, bells around the world were all collected and destroyed. Governments claimed it was due to the metal shortage during the world wars. However, it is believed that there is a much more sinister motive. Bells are powerful tools. They are not just signals that another hour has passed. These bells clear negative energy, raise vibrations, and connect us with higher realms. Fully aware of this, they were destroyed to suppress human awakening and maintain control over our collective consciousness. By eliminating these powerful instruments, society is forced to a lower vibrational state, and a further disconnect is made between us and the realms above. But it gets even deeper. In 1953, the standard frequency of music was intentionally adjusted from 432 Hz to 440 Hz. The 440 Hz frequency is considered disharmonious and disruptive to our energy fields, while the 432 Hz frequency is believed to align with the Earth's natural resonance, promoting healing and awakening. Without the sound of bells and the constant exposure to modern music, society is being kept at a lower vibrational state, resulting in our connection to the divine being weakened.
But equally as important as the recollections we can see are the memories of many St. Louisans for whom the fair is still a personal experience. Among these is Miss Dina Lang, who has been a teacher in public schools in St. Louis for over 50 years and who has written a history of St. Louis. Well, Miss Lang, if I may ask, how old were you at the time of the fair?
Well, I was in my first year at high school, and that made me about 15.
What area were you living in?
We had just moved over on the north side. There was a new section of St. Louis near Sarah and Maffett that had just opened up, and in May of 1904 we moved into the new home.
Well, did you go over to the fair much?
Very often. In fact, the whole year preceding the opening of the fair, we went 2 or 3 times a week. I had a brother who was a young architect, was very much interested out there in the buildings, and I went with him quite often.
What's your most lasting personal impression of the fair?
Well, it was the most magnificent spectacle I think I've ever seen. I've been to many other fairs, and I don't think any of them have ever come up to the World's Fair.
You mean architecturally, just in spaciousness?
Architecturally, in its glory, in its magnificence. It was the first time that we had used electricity with any great, or the first time that buildings were being lighted with electricity, and we certainly used it there to a great effect.
What did you find yourself doing at the fair most of the time?
Oh, we roamed around. We knew every spot of the whole fair, all the way from the entranceway of the Pike to big eroded villages and on to the agriculture buildings and horticulture. And of course, always at night there was the gorgeous cascades and the electric lights and the Pike with its Ferris wheels and chutes and
exhibits and rides?
Exhibits of all kinds.
Well, I've heard that the fair was quite a place as far as being an area for the introduction of all kinds of new novelty foods, or what were then novelty foods. We heard that the ice cream cone was first introduced at the fair, is that right?
Yes, I'm quite sure. That was the first time, at least, that I saw ice cream cones, and we had them quite often. They sold them usually 2 for a nickel, so that they went sort of far, too. Sometimes 2 people could eat 1 ice cream cone. Then we had lovely little rosette cakes. They were made by dipping an iron into a batter and putting it into some hot fat. And oh, those were delicious. And the barbecue sandwiches.
That was the debut of the barbecue sandwich.
I think probably it was. And they were far better than anything I have ever eaten. And you could get a big one for 5 cents. And these stands were all over the fairgrounds, and the food was excellent. And of course, if you were very wise in your selection, you could get 3 meals all day long. You go to the Pillsbury exhibit and get hot cross buns and coffee cake and breads.
What was your favorite exhibit?
Well, I think probably, the Festival Hall in the Igoroti Village. I think that the Philippine village with its lovely bridge across the river there and all the different tribes, I think.
Yeah, man. Okay, y'all, so it's a lot of people out here want me to do a video on the bells, and I said I'll do a video on this one's slightly about frequencies too, but man, where did the bells go? What happened to the bells? Why were bells so important back then? Where are all the bells now, the giant bells? That's what this video is about mainly. So let me know what you think about that clip down below in the comment section. What's up? What you think what's up with the bells? Where'd they go?
Family, you see this? This is a graveyard of bells. And this is how it looked like when they were removing them. And this is the Great Bell. We used to hear the church bells everywhere, but now they got silent. What a lot of people don't know is that there is a big influence of church bells on human health. Look, family. Look, family, it has long been known that the plague did not spread where church bells were regularly heard. You see, there is a whole science behind making a church bell. 90 degrees angles everywhere. Family, there are a lot of researches done regarding the bells. Look, bell ringing heals illness and depression, and the miracles begin. And according to the Russians, it even improves air quality. First, they tried to remove the noses and the mouths of the ancient civilization, and then they said it never existed. Look, great empires from around the world. With all the benefits of these church bells, why did they remove it? Link to more on my website, link in bio.
I believe there's a lot more to the giant bells of the old world and why they were gathered up. Look at the handle on top of these giant bells in particular. Perhaps there was another purpose for these bells and why they all had to go. The similarities between them and another artifact that brings great mystery to the tops of the bells in particular. These were part of a resonating free energy generating machine that had to go for the New World. Research the mud flood and fall of Tartaria. Question everything, friends.
Bells are very important in my opinion, man. I remember when I was little, even to now, you just hear the sound of a bell, even on anything. The frequency, it resonates through whatever you're hearing it through, and you can feel it inside, man. Still, man, it's something about that frequency. It's like it vibrates you inside, and it cleanses you, I guess, in a way. It cleanses you all the way through from, to the molecular form, to your molecular particles, man, if you want to get technical and all sciencey. But yeah, we got a few examples on here, and whenever it gets to that point, y'all let me know how it makes you feel in the comment section. Don't forget that.
The destruction of bells taken for more than their metal, so let's talk about it. These bells were buried, destroyed, and replaced. The original bells emit a certain vibrational frequency, and you can clearly see some look to be discovered after being hidden for years in the ground. I find it very peculiar why all these bells all over the place unmounted and cast to the ground. And we're given all these different narratives that don't add up, like one being in 1942, the Germans are collecting the bells, saying they were melted and used for the war. Many of us hypothesize these wars were an excuse to destroy the Tartarian buildings, culture, and technology. Everybody knows that sound can heal and activate the higher human abilities. And those of you who are using, for example, tuning forks and other sound healing instruments know the power of coherent sound to dispel heavy energy, to transmute darkness into light. The Tartarians knew the importance of acoustic resonance. They knew it had an important effect on the human beings. It's quite possible they used some of the bells to reset the harmonics in the limestone buildings and temples as part of the anointment process. These satanic parasites that control our realm right as we speak are the same families that destroyed our technology. They did it to delay our destiny.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely crazy. Why, man, that is crazy. Wow. And man, like I say, I definitely believe it can heal the body too, man. Like all the way to the molecular form or the cellular, particle cellular form. Like the examples you gonna get on here, you gonna feel it. And we so sick and like we've been putting so much stuff in our bodies and just willingly and unwillingly, you know what I'm saying, just living on this plane, you know what I mean? It's gonna mess with you a little bit. You're gonna feel it, but you might get a slight headache, but that's because, we're not really in tune with what we're supposed to be in tune with anymore. And it's all on purpose, man. You're gonna see.
You know the bells that they have in churches? Historically, those bells were actually exercised so that every time the bell was rung, it would resound into the area and literally drive the demons out of the area. That's what they were for.
Satan is always attacking us through our senses. So, the liturgy itself needs to be a holy assault on our senses. Our sight, touch, smells, and hearing. We have prayed as a church with all these sensual things because it is learned through millennia that this is what repels the enemy. When the consecrated bells are used at Mass, as the Word is being made flesh, the sound of bell humiliates the devil, because it's a non-rational object doing what they were made to do. Satan doesn't want to adore God. Another reason the devil hates bells is that they hate everything beautiful and holy. We are moved by beauty, which stirs our souls, beautiful music, prayers, flowers, beautiful tones. The devil hates everything beautiful, and the bells are specifically used to draw attention to the divine worship of God. It is customary to bless everything involved in the liturgy and to bless the church bells. Blessings make things holy, set apart for God. Everything in the liturgy needs to be set apart for God. Just as the Sanctus bells give God glory, so does the ringing of church bells, whether the church has an old cast iron bell or an electronic recording, both can be blessed. Traditionally, church bells called us to prayer. If you have an Angelus app on your phone, a bell will ring to alert you. The Angelus is a Catholic prayer originating from an 11th century monastic custom. Church bells called people at 6 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. to pray the Angelus, Latin word for angel. People stopped what they were doing, knelt down, and prayed. The Angelus commemorated the Incarnation when the angel Gabriel declared to the Virgin Mary. She responded, "Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Be it done unto me according to thy word." And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Let us pray.
I'm telling you, like I was saying, man, it's not a coincidence. It was all done purposely. Think about the Spider-Man when Peter Parker was, he got the symbiote, the parasite got on the black suit. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. What happened? What was his way? His cure. What was the way him getting it off of him? The bells. Okay, saved by the bell. The frequencies, the sounds. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
World War II? Because if you sit in a bell and someone hits it and it begins to resonate, you can begin to heal like that. Because sound frequency instantaneously heals the body. Similar to chanting. If you any sound effect will begin to instantly structure all the body at the same time. That's what used to happen in the cathedrals. They would ring the bells or they would play the pipe organs, and all of the cells in the body would instantaneously become structured, which would instantly heal them. But they had to get rid of the pipe organs, which are made from lead, which is interesting, and they had to get rid of the bells, because both of those can heal people. Now imagine if a bell of the size was ringing in a cathedral. Now imagine the frequency that would come out of the cathedral into the town. You could heal the entire town instantaneously just by ringing the bell in the cathedral. That's why they had to get rid of them. They had to break all those bells. All the bells you ever look up. Just type in like bell in whatever country or city you're in, and notice how all the bells have a crack in them and they're broken. I wonder why that is. And people would say, oh, it's a conspiracy and that's just made up. No, there's intention. There's intention to get rid of these things so that we're dependent on a sick care system.
If you are looking for the knowledge that has been hidden from us, that explains how actually powerful you are, this ebook will...
Why did they destroy?
I'm telling
You guys recognize this? It's pretty famous. Good old Liberty Bell. Apparently it was made in 1751. It weighs a ton, and it was shipped here from London. Did you know there's a Bible verse on it? From Leviticus 25:10. This is the full Bible verse, but that highlighted part is just what's written on there. Interesting. Now watch this.
That is one huge
What's
bell.
that?
And another one. What's going on here? Where did they go? I don't know where those bells went, but I do want to talk about this one.
Watch.
I don't think we were supposed to use it in this manner.
Feel it?
Could you tell the difference? I've been using crystal bowls and tuning forks for several years, and one of the pieces need to be stable. So the crystal bowl is stable and you hit it with a mallet. The tuning fork is stable and you hit it with a mallet. Well, in this case, the bell is stable and I hit it with the storage.
Brilliant.
The vibration is felt a little bit stronger, and I can feel the vibration in this hand as well. Either way, where are all those large bells? This is an example of a star fort, and they're found all over. That's a star fort. So a star fort is an architectural design. It's a city built in a geometrical pattern, and you can find this if you look up Tartaria. Basically in the center, there's going to be some main structure. In this case, I think it's a giant bell, like these giant missing bells. Now we know that sound structures water, and there's tons of waterways around these star forts. So my best guess is that they were using the bell sound technology structure underwater, keeping their community healthy. Gee, I wonder why we don't do that anymore.
Brilliant. I'm sorry. What is that in her hand? What the fuck?
Alright, let's talk about Tartarian bells, what they did.
Notice how the bells made you feel, though. Remember that. Let me know how that made you feel down below in the comment section. Did you get a tingly feeling? Did you get a slight happier feeling? Or what? Let me know.
Why it was important, and where the hell they all went. To the original poster, sorry I didn't just stitch your video so they could hear what you said. My stitches always get messed up. For anyone watching this video, make sure you watch the original poster's video. It's a really cool story. The reason there used to be so many bells is because bells clear out negative frequencies. Or specifically, and welcome to Schizo TikTok, they rid the space of demons. You're probably aware of the use of bells in Catholic ceremonies, Buddhist traditions, and many other spiritual practices. It's no coincidence that the spiritually inclined use bells during their ceremonies, rituals, and traditions. It's because it resets the space with harmonizing frequencies. Demons are essentially static electricity in the invisible world. When you play the bells, it sends out harmonizing frequencies. Those staticky frequencies cannot exist in the space when those bells are ringing, which is why there were so many gigantic bells. These were spread across the entire civilization, and anytime they felt something was off, like their intuition went off or they saw like a shadow person, they played these bells like crazy and cleared out the space. These demonic entities are predators and parasites in the invisible world, and they try to sneak into our spaces so they can latch onto us and sap our energy. They're also the reason that many people have voices in their head or have urges to do bad things. These demons were relentless. They really wanted to get into this space where all the bells were, because all these people were highly spiritually evolved and had a lot of energy. This was like a turkey dinner for them. So they slowly started possessing people one by one who lived on the outskirts, on the outside of this civilization, eventually getting them to band together under these evil gods. And then they went to war with this civilization, and they were instructed by the demons to take all the bells down first. This was the fall of Tartaria, and potentially the fall of Atlantis. They were masters of frequency. Just look at the old papers in Egypt when they talked about being invaded by these barbaric demon-possessed people. They used to use their ankhs in line with the pyramids to shoot frequency energy at the enemies. They called them the sea people. Here's a couple pop culture references to kind of support this idea. Remember, the subconscious is always trying to speak the truth through art. For one, the breaking of glass at weddings. This is about creating a harmonizing energy to start the marriage, to clear out the space of any negative energy. Remember, many times demons are creations of our own dark thoughts and emotions. In Spider-Man 3, when he's fighting the symbiote that's attached to Venom, he plays all the music on the bars and makes the symbiote go crazy. The symbiote is a metaphor for the demon. The massive amount of other stories where they're singing and playing music to destroy evil. Here's where it gets really interesting. The strengthening of the right hand in Revelations is about strengthening you spiritually. The new song is a new way to play the bells from within, so they can't stop it.
Telling you, man, the bells, man, they're more important than we thought, than a lot of us thought, especially us new agers, you know what I'm saying, new generationers, that I ain't know they was meant for drawing out evil and all that stuff, man, but we should have known. We learning more and more now. If y'all liking the video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop some new hot content in the future, man. For real, for real.
They've been hiding the true answer to this question from us. Why are these doors and windows halfway in the ground? During the early 19th century, strange events were reported worldwide. Cities were being dug out from layers of mud and debris. Buildings were being revealed that were covered to their rooftops in mud. A global cataclysmic event buried entire civilizations, erasing them from history. But here is where it gets rather unsettling. The Tartarian Empire, an empire often depicted in old maps, was an advanced civilization that existed across Europe and Asia. They built architectural marvels, had access to advanced technology, and were able to harness energy from the atmos. The mud flood, many say, was a deliberate attempt to wipe out Tartaria from history, hiding their advanced technology and knowledge. But it gets even darker. Look at the World's Fairs of the late 1800s and early 1900s. These elaborate buildings, resembling ancient architecture, were supposedly built in just a few years. After the fairs, they were supposedly demolished. Was this to erase evidence of an advanced pre-existing civilization? The Chicago World Fair in 1893, the Paris Exposition in 1900, and the St. Louis World Fair in 1904. These events showcased magnificent architecture, and on official papers they were apparently built with plaster and wood. Do these look like temporary structures to you? The sudden disappearance of these architectural marvels raises the question, were they remnants of the Tartarian Empire, conveniently disguised as temporary exhibits and then destroyed to hide their origins?
Man, look at that, man. We'll never see nothing like that ever again in our life. The World Fair. Where do y'all think them ideas come from? Where did it come from? Do y'all think Tartaria was real? Do y'all think it was real civilization? And me personally, yes, I do. Do y'all think that's where the bells came from? Do y'all think that's why they want to hide all the bells? Do y'all think those bells are fallen angel technology? Let me know. I want to know what you think down below in the comment section. Do you think bells come from fallen angels? Is it another part of fallen angel technology? Let me know down below. Where did this discovery originate?
Yo, what's good? Hey, so I was watching this movie on Netflix and it got me thinking about something. A movie called Troll. So in the movie, they showed a church with this huge boulder in front of the church. And they said, you know, the legend goes these trolls used to throw the boulders at the church towers because of the bells. So it got me to thinking, why did we remove all the bells? There used to be bells all across villages and cities across the world. All of a sudden, they started removing them all. They tell us the reason they did this was for like wars and everything, Revolutionary War, World War I, World War II. But I don't know, think about it. Maybe these bells was being used to like ward off negative energy, evil spirits and all of that stuff. And even if they are still making bells today, I guarantee it doesn't resonate at the same frequency and sound as these used to resonate. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Hey, and they'll tell you, man, those giant bells was not for giants. They were for something else. They was man-made, like our size man-made. Like I always tell y'all, man, ain't nothing a coincidence. Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. For real, for real. Don't ever fall for the boo-boo, man. And I'm telling y'all, that boo-boo, that don't fall for the boo-boo shirts, hey, the merch coming soon. Very, very, very soon. It's on the way. We're getting the designs ready and right, tight right now. You know, for real. Perfection, hey, perfection ain't cheap, and perfection, hey, you can't rush it. You cannot rush perfection. Let's go.
Hidden secrets about cathedral bells and healing.
Why did they destroy all the bells after World War II? Because if you sit in a bell and someone hits it and it begins to resonate, you can begin to heal like that. Because sound frequency instantaneously heals the body. Similar to chanting. If you any sound effect will begin to instantly structure all the body at the same time. That's what used to happen in the cathedrals. They would ring the bells or they would play the pipe organs, and all of the cells in the body would instantaneously become structured, which would instantly heal them. But they had to get rid of the pipe organs, which are made from lead, which is interesting, and they had to get rid of the bells, because both of those can heal people. Now imagine if a bell of the size was ringing in a cathedral. Now imagine the frequency that would come out of the cathedral into the town. You could heal the entire town instantaneously just by ringing the bell in the cathedral. That's why they had to get rid of them. They had to break all those bells. All the bells you ever look up. Just type in like bell in whatever country or city you're in, and notice how all the bells have a crack in them and they're broken. I wonder why that is. And people would say, oh, it's a conspiracy and it's just made up. No, there's intention. There's intention to get rid of these things so that we're dependent on a sick care system.
Putting your straight game. Just do your research, man. Like I always say in these videos, man, hey, they for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe anything that you hear or see in these videos. Don't believe anything that I say in these videos. Always do your own research and use your own discernment at all times. Let's go.
My brain never stops working, so I was just sitting here thinking more about bells. And so I did some more research on superstitions of bells and different things. Anyway, bells were baptized and blessed to consecrate them. Britain, in old Great Britain, they were inscribed with a cross and an inscription that said, "By my lovely voice I drive away all harm." It says that demons are actually afraid of bells and that they fled when they heard the sound of them. So I just find it interesting that they took all of the bells out when... Okay, anyway, sorry. I just find it interesting that they took out all the bells, and now that I'm researching it, I'm like, now I see why. There's so many reasons for them. In ancient Rome, bronze bells were used to repel demons, and the poet Ovid said that they beat the bronze vessels during eclipses and when their friends died or family members to drive away evil spirits while they were having the funeral. So, more interesting history on bells, and it even makes me more want to get one. It also said that shepherds would wear them around their necks and ring them when they got bad feelings or when there was like predators close, that the sound of it would drive away the beast. So, interesting.
Don't fall for the boo-boo, man. Like I was saying, it's a reason why they take them bells away, man. It's a reason why they said them bells broke, man. Who ready for the merch? Who ready for the merch? You want a shirt? You want a hoodie? What you want? Man, come on, let me know. What's up? What you gonna get? What you waiting on? You know what I'm saying? You waiting on me. I know. Put your hand up. Say, yeah, I want a shirt. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to buy a shirt. I'm going to buy, you know what I'm saying, a hoodie. Because it's going to be shirts and hoodies. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Come on. Let me know. Is you down? Is you supporting the program? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section down below.
So this guy's got a serious sound system in these cars.
They could literally liquefy your insides with frequency. Watch this. Incredible. Well, not incredible if it's us that can freaking liquefy.
But you're going to see how that sound affects matter.
Watch this. So crazy. It's going to liquefy the glass. Watch this.
Watch the glass.
So crazy. There we go. Oh, that freaks me out.
Look at the metal, the steel.
Imagine. You'd be toast if they liquefied you. That's how they liquefy you. We don't go back together. We're not.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Or glass. I can't. It's crazy.
No, I'm telling you, if you've got the resonant frequency of the glass and the steel, literally the glass would shatter, the metal will start to fly apart if you've got the right resonant frequency of that car. And if he drives around in that car with that music blaring, eventually that car's just going to fall apart. So that's incredible.
Man, had that metal dancing and the glass dancing like a wave in the ocean. You see that slow motion with it. Hey, the vibrations, them sounds, and hey, man, something else, man. With Nikola Tesla. What did he say, man? The keys to the universe. It was not just 369. He said, think of everything as in sounds, vibrations, and what was that third one right there? Damn, man, why I always be forgetting sounds, vibrations, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Give me some help down below in the comment section. Yeah, Lee, I need a little help. Yeah, sounds, vibrations, and what was the other one? What was the other one? We missing one.
For absolutely no reason at all, nothing special. I just want to show you guys these micro machines that they are making, which can take hold of single molecules, single cells. By the way, notice this number 10 UM. That's 10 micrometers. I'll show you just how small that is in 1 second. But look at all these different contraptions they have. Sorry, it's blurry right there, it's not my fault. I mean, these machines are just slightly bigger than the cell itself. Wonder what this could be used for. Here are hairs, and this hair right here is about 30 micrometers. So this contraption was 1/3 the size, the thickness of one piece of hair. And the AI says they're made out of almost anything organic and non-organic material. Yeah, again, no reason for it. Just saying, you know, just...
Yeah, man, that's another one. You remember like the movies we used to watch when we was little and stuff, and like, you know, about 10 years ago, you know, a while back, you know, about nanotechnology. Like, think about the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? Think about Let me see, the Terminator. You know, after the old Terminator, when they started going into liquid and all that stuff like that, yeah, it was getting better and better every time after the first one. You noticed that, right? The nanotechnology, that's what it was, a form of nanotech. And they got better and better every year. Every time they dropped it down, it was better, better. They was putting in front of our faces, man. And even in other movies, it's even better now. It's crazy. That's exactly what that is, man. Exactly what it is. Believe that. If not better.
I could make a sperm out of your skin cells and an egg and fertilize that. So you can clone me? I could clone you. I won't do that because it's illegal, but biologically we could do that. I can make organs, mini organs from you and test drugs. What we're doing in the lab is we have...
Oh,
Yeah. Personalized medicine. When you come to my lab and you have to promise you're going to come, I'll show you we grow these mini brains in the lab. And we've got them from people that are predisposed to Alzheimer's or not. And we have a way to age those brains so that they're now 80 years old, even though they're only a few months old. And they lose their ability to fire electrically. They become demented in the dish, little mini brains. On Instagram, I've shown some photos of these. They're pretty cute. And so we give them Alzheimer's and dementia in the dish. And then what we do is we have a system to turn on those 3 embryonic genes, OS and K, and those brains go back in age. But here's the cool thing. Alzheimer's goes away. The electrical activity comes back. Now we do this in a mouse. We make the mouse older, just let them age out.
Man, y'all see your boy like, dude, what are you talking about, man? Like, are you hearing yourself? But I'm like, man, are y'all listening to this dude? Do y'all hear this dude? Man, he probably, oh boy, probably really looking at him like, man, you probably talking too much, man. You probably shouldn't be telling all that on this, you know what I'm saying, on TV. Like,
we accelerate it, and we've been now reversing the age of those brains in the mice, and you can guess what happens. They get their memory ability to learn back.
Unbelievable. Do you hear what you're saying?
Man, let me know what y'all think about that down below in the comment section, man. Is that crazy or not? Do you believe that's really possible or not? Wow, a monkey. Man, that ain't no monkey. A monkey on top of the coconut tree. That look like somebody. Crazy. Yep, in Jamaica. Look at his eyes. Hold up, man. Hold up. That was definitely somebody up there with a mask on, and I ain't talking about somebody normal, man. Somebody or something with a mask on. That's all I'm gonna say. And y'all can stop and zoom in if you want to. Hey, that got me. I ain't gonna lie. That was creepy.
Flash is on. Alright, let's take a look. What do you think's in there? I don't know. There you go, nothing.
One of the creepiest things I've ever seen. It was 3:30 a.m.
Man. It's stay on y'all P's and Q's out here, man, especially at nighttime. Who is that guy, man? I don't know who that is, man. No disrespect, nothing like that. But who is that? Who is that individual? Y'all watch this. I gotta stop it, y'all. I put this in here because I want y'all to see how easy it is for somebody to disguise themselves and walk up on you, or to do anything. Not even just walk up on you, just to do anything, man. Around you, around anybody that you love, anything. Stay on point, man. Beware your surroundings, man. For real, for real. It's dangerous. And rewind from the beginning and let it play again. Watch it multiple times. See how he switched like 4 different identities just they quick. Like 2 of them look just the same, but at least 3 identities he could have played off as different individuals, man. Easily, man. Easy. Son, father, grandpa, easy. Son, uncle, whatever. You can say whatever, man. Too easy.
Yo, I just came from my Airbnb. Went to the basement and look at this shit. Y'all don't do the Airbnb. Oh my motherfucking god. Yo, I'm feeling, oh fuck, oh shit. Oh shit! What the fuck?
Man, y'all better stop going. Stay everywhere, everybody's house, man. I don't know when people gonna learn. Y'all hear all these people talking about all these cameras and these B&Bs. You better stop going. Hey, what you think they using it for? Come on now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Jim Murray reports on the worldwide chaos.
It's the day the Earth stood still. A glitch brought Microsoft computers crashing across planet Earth, triggering blue screens of death, even in Times Square. The software company says this was not a cyber attack, but due to employee negligence. We caught up with the man thought to be responsible for the outage.
So the problem we're facing now is the lack of wire. Because when I was trying to fix it, I could almost fix it, in fact. I fixed it even. But the problem is the wire. So you see this wire now. It's not long enough. So this was the only wire that I had in my car. So I was trying to fix it. If not, I could have fixed it and everything would have come back online. It was just we didn't have the enough, and it's raining now. You see all this rain, enough instruments to do the work. But I'm not even an engineer for them. I usually do cleaning. But when I was cleaning by mistake, I think one of my broom touched something. So I know because I've been doing this for a very long time. I said I will just fix it. So that's what I did. So I went to get the wire. But before I left, I put this inside to hold it. But I think that it might have caused more damage. So that's what we're facing now. It's just a lack of resources to do the work.
FlightAware map shows how crowded Friday skies emptied as hundreds of flights were grounded. Despite all the disruption, the employee sees a silver lining in the outage.
The airlines are not flying. Which one? Spirit. Well, I think God works in mysterious ways. You know, because this spirit, anything that can make spirits not to fly is a good thing.
Here at LAX, the lines have been out of control for hours. With computers and kiosks down, gate agents have been unable to tell travelers when they'll finally be able to leave.
But I have to go because they called me to come back to the office. Because apparently I'm not supposed to be fixing, doing mechanical work for Microsoft. So I have to go. But I think they'll fix it. Because if they just follow the thing I was doing, they can fix it by themselves. It's just a wire. If I had a long wire, I would have finished everything. It's just that I didn't have the wire. So I didn't want to ask anybody either. But that's it. But I don't know if I'm going to be working there again. Because they told me to come back to the office. But I'm not. No, I don't. I didn't talk to anybody. What happened? Hospital and airline and banks? Which bank? I just have the bank. Okay.
Hey, and there you go. That's why they took all the bells. I said all that to say this, man. You see how when they took the bells, now the evil came out. And now they got all the disguises that they want, you know, with all the other stuff that's going on. And now they got us right where they want us. Where they could pull the wool over our faces and over our eyes like that and tell us some bullcorn like that when everything gets shut down in the world, around the country. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. Your banking, a lot of stuff. Y'all see what just went down, this worldwide lockdown and shutdown and all this stuff, man. The outages and everything, man. Come on, man. And then they tell you this was the reason, some bullcorn like that. Little small thing like it wasn't enough cable. You know, and a lot of people out there gonna believe it. But believe me, it's way deeper than that. It's way bigger than that. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell down below. Comment. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to share this video with other people who may like this video too. It's your boy Koozie. I'm out. Holla.